Well, we're here sitting here live on TFC Media News with the one, the only Mr. Courtney Little. Welcome to TFC Media, Courtney. How are you doing this day?
I'm doing great. I'm glad to be here.
Well, I'm excited to have you here. Well, I know we're going to talk about this wonderful new project, but before we even talk about that project, let our viewers know about Courtney Little. You are a PK child, am I correct?
Correct.
Well, tell the viewers always think, and some people say, oh, PK children are the worst children. Have you been that way before?
I've heard that. They put that jacket on my back, but PK, they talking about our police kids.
Oh, my, no. You know, they're talking about preacher's kids. Don't you try to mess up the words, baby.
The police kids.
Well, tell me, how is it like being a preacher's child and a gospel artist, and you being so young and handsome where all the little girls is looking up in your face? How do you balance that all?
I just, I guess I've been in church all my life, so I've been, in the forefront since I was a little boy, having, following my dad around different churches while he was pastoring revivals, doing different things. So I've been in the front, all my life. So it's kind of, I guess God was just building me up for it, and now it's just part of what comes with what I do.
Wow. Now, who is your dad and your parents? Because you have such stellar winning parents. Who are your parents? Because I know some of the viewers saying, who is this little PK?
My father is Telisa Little Jr. He's the pastor of Christ Baptist Church, which is in Whitehaven, and my mother is Minerva Little, the editor of Spirit magazine.
Kudos to Spirit, because they're celebrating 11 years this year? My God. So you probably been the little magazine paper boy too.
Yeah, that as well, yeah.
That is amazing. With you having those strong parents, how is your attitude about support? I know for me growing up as my grandparents was a PKs. I guess I'm a product of a grand PK, that I had to do everything, whether I wanted to or not. How do you handle that? Because I know there was many times I used to grumble but still had to do it. How do you handle that?
I just do whatever, my mom and dad need me to do, because I know I'm a major part of the ministry. I'm the minister of music at our church, and I'm over the young people, and our church is basically a younger church. So I have a lot of people that look up to me, so I really don't have a choice but to do whatever they ask, so make the church run smooth and just keep everybody happy, which is hard sometimes.
It is very hard in the body. I promise you it is. And did not know that you were over the youth and minister of music. With that being said, how do you balance when you have another young brother that comes to you with a situation that's more so worldly? How do you handle those young brothers? What do you tell them to say, you can stand because I'm standing?
I just tell them, to keep living, because majority of the younger people now, they haven't done the things that I've done. I've been blessed to, get away with a lot of things. I say it like that, it's certain people, it's not over until you get caught. So I've never gotten caught, but I've done a lot of things, and God has brought me through a lot of things. And when I share that to younger brothers, it kind of shows them, when you see another man that looks like you, talks like you, dresses like you, it kind of opens up makes them comfortable, and be able to be a mentor for them, especially when you look like them and come from where they come from.
Well, we've talked about the males, so how do you handle the young ladies that may have a crush on Minister Little? How do you balance that out and not use your prestige and your title to get you places where we know that God is not pleased? How do you handle that?
Well, dealing with the young ladies, I've always dealt with women since I was younger. I was one of those flirtatious younger kids. Always flirting with the older women in church and stuff like that. So dealing with women was never a major issue for me. And now that I'm older and I've done a lot of things, it kind of makes it easier for me to explain certain things to younger girls or younger women, and not come off as like I'm flirting with them or things like that. But sometimes it's hard because it's a lot of pretty young women. I'm a young man as well, single young man, but I think God has really matured me in that area.
Well, what I know, if he's matured you such in a way, what is your life scripture that kind of holds you when you are tempted? Do you have a life scripture that when temptation comes upon you, you have to say what?
I don't have like a main scripture, but like I was always just a scripture that stuck in my head just from hearing my mom just constantly saying that just all things work together for the good, for those who glorify God. It's just like since I've been a little boy, my mom has always been saying that no matter what we're going through, no matter what we're at or what level we're on or what point in life we are, and it's always going to work out for the good. So that's just my main thing. Sometimes when I get discouraged, I always go back to that verse, and I might not say it out loud. I might say it in my head, to bring me back down to earth sometimes.
Well, tell me this. When I'm looking at you and I'm hearing all this great stuff you've done as a leader, being the minister of music, being a young minister in the church of the youth, and a PK child, now you have a little bit of time to being this artist, and I'm believing, God, that you're going to be that next Dove, that next stellar artist, because you are a young man after God's own heart. And one of my favorites from your music is Stomp the Devil. What inspired you to write such and to sing such an awesome song like this for today's time?
I guess it was just from God, because the way that song came about, I was sitting at home with a couple of my musicians who I play with. I've been playing with for years, and we were sitting down at my house one night, and they was playing the guitars, and my guitar player was just playing a groove. I was like, keep that. And next thing you know, the Stomp on the Devil song just arrived from that, and I sang it at church that next Sunday. And next thing you know, my deacons and kids were making up a dance to it, and I was just like, well, if in 1 week, if all that can happen, it's got to be like something special.
Truly, that's a universal song, because not only can you hear it and sing it in church, but I'm being real, you can really take it to the club, because everybody feel like they got haters and the devil at them. So you can actually have that in the club. And I go back into the Bible, say, he that winneth the soul is wise. You are a wise young man. But you have so many other great hits, because we're going to come back to Stomp on the Devil. And people are going to have to hear this song while they're listening to you talk. Because truly, this is a universal song. Black, white, Hispanic, whatever the nationality is, they can truly stomp on the devil. Whether you at the church or the club.
Yes,
you can go into a dance.
Yes,
and I tell you, I enjoy that. But let's talk about some of these other projects that the God has inspired you. Was Live On, The Blood, My God, The Lord Will Make a Way, God Got My Back, God My Footsteps, Let's Go Back. I just love to praise Him. Why?
These were just songs that, they originated because, first of all, I'm a minister of music in my church, and I'm over the choir, the youth choir, the mass choir, the male chorus, all of that. So I had gotten to a point where I was, when I was in college, I used to write a lot of poems. Like when I get bored in class, some people like to draw and doodle. I just wrote poems or whatnot. And these poems turned into choir songs, which then turned into my personal songs, because I had so many I couldn't teach the choir all of them, so I just kept some of them for myself, and they turned into albums now.
Well, Minister Courtney Little, that's doing an awesome job here in the Memphis area and surrounding areas. Are you available for public speaking? Are you just doing concerts? Why don't you tell the people how they can contact you so you can come to their church or to their meeting space or whatever they have, because I know they want you to come in here and you sing Stomp the Devil. Let's talk about that.
I do mentor. I go to schools. I have friends that are school teachers and stuff, and sometimes they invite me out to talk to the students. I have my own Pee Wee football team, so I'm always mentoring little boys. I've been doing that for 8 years, so it's just I do just all type of things, MCing programs, comedy. I sing as well. I'm a songwriter, producer. I do so much. God has blessed me with a talent just to do a lot of things. Music is just my love and passion, but I do have many other talents. But I do speaking and engagements as well as singing engagements. piano lessons, just anything dealing with enhancing people with music, their minds, just different things like that.
That's a blessing. Now, can they find you on Facebook, Twitter, your website? Give some information on that as well.
Facebook me, Courtney Little. You can YouTube me, Courtney Little 901. You can Twitter me, C Little and Company. That's ANDCOMP. C Little and Comp. Instagram me, Courtney Little. You can just Google me and Courtney Little and all my stuff will pop up. iTunes me. All my music is there. Just you can YouTube Courtney Little, and I have a lot of things that pop up as well.
Well, before we leave, we want to make sure everybody know how can they buy this new project of Stomp the Devil. How can they buy it, and when is it available? Because I know they're ready to get it right now.
October the 15th, we're shooting for that Tuesday. That's going to be the actual EP release. We're going to release Stomp on the Devil with 5 more tunes with that EP. I need everybody to just download it from the iTunes, your Amazons. As well, I'm going to have like a slick listening party, but I'm going to sing as well. You know, most people don't sing at their listening parties, but I'm going to give a little entertainment that night at my church, which is 3816 Mickey Drive, Christ Baptist Church, and it's going to start at 7 o'clock. It's only going to last for about an hour and a half, where people can come and listen to the EP as well as see me perform songs from the EP. We'll do Stomp on the Devil, let them do the dances or whatnot, and just sell. I'm going to have hard copies as well. Most people will do the digital download, but some people like to have a CD where they can put it in their car or their radio or whatnot. So I will have copies for those for $7 as well.
Wonderful. So now the admission is free to actually come into the church on the 15th, correct?
It is.
Well, you heard it here at TFC Media News. We are talking and have had a wonderful conversation with Stomp on the Devil himself, Courtney Little. Courtney, thank you for being a part of TFC Media News. And hey, remember to stomp on the devil.